Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 7.
Good evening, everyone. You are watching News Channel 6 at 7. I am Tiffany Hobbs. Thank you so much for joining us. The Viper 6 alert team has been talking about the frigid forecast leading up to this storm, saying it's the coldest air folks have seen since January 2018, and it's going to get even colder tonight. We begin with Chief Meteorologist Tim Miller and those record low temperatures. Tim?
Yeah, Tiffany, it is going to be something to behold for sure, and something to behold right at the moment is the Terra Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over downtown Aiken, where the Christmas tree is lit up. Nothing stopping the Christmas tree, of course. It is cold. We have our wind advisory for all the counties shaded in blue. This is from Wilkes to Emmanuel County, often towards the west. This is until 10 o'clock tonight. Winds of 15 to 25 miles per hour, some gust up to 30. Now, just because the wind advisory is for the counties in our western viewing area doesn't mean that it's not going to be windy every place else, just that the wind advisory is not in effect. One thing that is in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning is the wind chill advisory. Remember, that's the temperature with the wind and what it actually feels like. And it will be brutal, to say the least. Current temperature 26 at Bushfield, 20 Lincolnton, 20 in Washington, soon to be in the teens, 23 in Aiken. I mean, so we're talking some mighty cold air. Sustained winds at 18 miles per hour at Bushfield, 17 in Aiken. Let's take a look at the gusts, see what we can come up with here. 29, almost 30 miles per hour at Bushfield. Goodness, 26 in Aiken, a little less in Waynesboro at 8 miles per hour, but no matter how you cut it, take a look at this. Current wind chills feels like 9 degrees in Aiken. That will get you frostbite if you're outside for a long period of time and not covered up. End of discussion. 13 at Bushfield and 19 in Waynesboro. I mean, this is, I can't remember the last time we've seen this, right? Satellite view shows what looks like clouds. It's not, it's clear skies, but when it gets to be this cold, the satellite, it's hard for it to differentiate between, you know, really cold temperatures and clear skies. But we know it's cold all across the two-state, all the way from the shores of Myrtle Beach down to Valdosta. Here is our wind chill forecast as we get through the nighttime hours. Notice 6 by about 9, 4 in Aiken, 0 in Saluda. And then you'll also notice, yeah, we're going to see below 0 wind chill factors through tomorrow morning. And how about 1 below by about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning? My goodness. So you have to dress in layers tomorrow. This is noon at 11 degrees, and through the afternoon it may get a little better, but not by much. 13 is the overnight low for tonight. You add the wind to the factor, 15 to 20 miles per hour. That's why we're talking about wind chills below 0. Tomorrow, 17 at 9 a.m. for Christmas Eve. Highs only in the low 30s, and that's where the record is. It'll be a record high low temperature coming up for tomorrow. We'll talk more about that because I'm going for 33. And 36 is the record, so we'll break that. More details on the cold for this Christmas holiday weekend coming up. Tiffany?
Thank you, Tim. The concern is a prolonged period of time where temperatures will not go above freezing. Georgia Power officials say safety must come first.
A lot of people, they use generators during this time. Make sure that you never use a generator inside, and always make sure that you practice generator safety. If you have a fireplace, make sure that it is well ventilated.
Simple things that people can do today are draining garden hoses and water lines that are exposed to the elements. And if you are unsure, experts say allow your faucets to drip until the cold weather passes. Emergency management agencies and power companies in the area are working to decrease the impact of the cold weather and have tips for people to stay safe and warm over the weekend. News Channel 6's Hannah Latier has the details.
These frigid cold temperatures and strong wind gusts are not something that the South is used to seeing, and local EMA and power company officials have some things for people to watch out for. They're urging people to stay inside and to remember the 3 Ps: pets, plants, and pipes. All should be insulated or taken inside. It's also important to let faucets drip and to turn off sprinkler systems. Power outages are common with this type of weather. Georgia Power officials say they've already restored power for around 120,000 people as of this morning and will keep working to restore outages as quickly as possible. Law enforcement is prepared to help as well. The Burke County Sheriff's Office activated its emergency response team this morning to assist with EMA if needed.
The main thing is that they have enough supplies to last them for a couple of days in case with the high winds we get power outages or trees fall on the power lines. You know, they watch out for stuff like that, and then if they don't have to come out and drive, then don't.
The emergency response team will be activated until Monday, and you can sign up to receive notifications and alerts from your local EMA on its website or on WJBF.com. In Augusta, Hannah Latier, WJBF News Channel 6.
Thank you for that, Hannah. While outages were expected Friday due to the high winds, South Carolina officials aren't anticipating extended or widespread outages due to the cold. The Office of Regulatory Staff Director says utilities serving the Palmetto State implemented some of the recommendations in the Grid Resiliency Report. The state also established a task force to look at best practices.
Our top 3 fuel sources in South Carolina are nuclear, natural gas, and coal-fired generation. That's where we sit today in terms of our baseload generation. That baseload generation is going to come, is going to be called upon when we reach these cold temperatures.
Director Edwards says utilities have been working on building up their fuel supplies in advance of the winter season. If you are planning to head outside at all tonight, be sure to download our Pinpoint Weather app to get the latest updates. It's free on the Google Play and Apple Store apps. It's weather coverage you can count on. Stay Social is closing its doors for good. The owner tells News Channel 6 they will close on December 30th. This comes after a Columbia County judge ruled that the tap room did not prove its sales are at least 50% from food, as required by a county ordinance. The judge ruled the county commission was within its rights to revoke the business's alcohol license in September. A community resource in Allendale County may be forced to close its doors if the sales of its building goes through. The Smart Box Group serves about 3,600 people a month, providing food, household products, a homework center, mentoring, and more. Close to 1,200 kids are fed during the summer. Organizers say the process of the building being sold started in early June.
We don't even have a grocery store here in this town. The nearest one is like 5 or 6 miles away, and you know, it's only one. And we have a little Dollar General here, but of course we don't have fresh food here.
The organization will look for space at the Fairfax Municipal Building if the sales go through. Coming up, the lights and sounds of Christmas. If you are in search for a Christmas miracle or a stocking stuffer, look no further than the Mega Millions, the jackpot surging to a staggering record size.
Hey, what's up, Georgia? I'm John Crow with your Cash 3, Cash 4, and Georgia 5 evening drawings. Hey, players, go online and play Georgia Lottery Digi Games. Over 50 fun digital games to choose from, and you can even play some of your other favorite lottery games. Go to playdigi.com and play now. All right, moving on to Cash 3. Your first winning number is 4. That's followed by 8, and your final winning number is 5. And if you have the numbers 4, 8, and 5, congratulations. Now, let's play Cash 4 and win you some money. Here we go. Your first winning number is 4. That's followed by 9. Up next, we have 2. And your final winning number is 5. Again, if you have the numbers 4, 9, 2, and 5 in any winning combination, you did win some money on the Georgia 5. Here we go. Your first winning number is 5. That's followed by 0. Up next, we have 0. That's followed by 9. And your final winning number is 9. Again, those Georgia 5 numbers are 5, 0, 0, 9, and 9. Good luck and play on, Georgia.
U.S. military forces around the world will no longer be required to get the COVID vaccine. The mandate was lifted after an $858 billion defense spending bill was passed by Congress and signed into law today by President Joe Biden. The Pentagon is now likely to strongly encourage troops to get the shot, but has 30 days to work out the details for rescinding the vaccine mandate. Congress is about to send the Electoral Count Act to the president for his signature, and with it, lawmakers hope to prevent future battles over the Presidential Electoral College. Here's Anna Warnicki.
Buried in the 4,000-page, $1.7 trillion spending bill is the Electoral Count Reform Act, which Maryland Democrat Steny Hoyer says
will ensure that we never see a repeat of the shameful and malicious attack on our democracy.
The new law makes clear that the vice president's role in the electoral vote count is purely ceremonial. The reforms passed the Senate with support from both parties.
Nothing is more essential to the survival of a democracy than an orderly transfer of power.
Maine Republican Senator Susan Collins says it ensures that the electoral votes represent the popular vote of each state. Updating the Electoral Count Act was one of the recommendations in the House January 6th Select Committee's final report released Thursday. The report provides full transcripts of more than 1,000 interviews and all the evidence the committee has gathered in its investigation. The report goes to Congress, but committee member Jamie Raskin says the Justice Department will be looking at it as well.
We brought forth those offenses where we think it's just clear that criminal conduct took place.
On Thursday, lawyers representing former President Trump were seen leaving the federal courthouse, where a special counsel and grand jury are considering whether to pursue criminal charges against the organizers of the attack on the Capitol. In Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki.
This is a WJBF Live Viper 6 alert.
Well, we still have our Viper 6 alert day continuing for tonight, really all the way through Christmas morning, as we'll see these very, very cold temperatures, and wind chills will get better as we get into Christmas Day itself, but until then, it's pretty brutal. From Wilkes all the way down to Emmanuel and off towards the west. All right, that's our wind advisory. Still, though, it's windy everywhere else as well, just not as gusty. Winds will gust up to 30 miles per hour. Winds sustained about 25. Already have a gust in Aiken at 30 miles per hour. So wind chill. The wind chill advisory is in effect for all the counties shaded here in the light blue. 5 below zero or 0 degrees. No matter how you slice it, it will be cold. 26 currently at Bush Field. Look at Daniel Field, 24, Aiken at 23, that westerly sustained wind at 17 miles per hour. Look at the dew point, -1. That is really dry air outside. I know you can feel it for sure with your hands, your nose as well. Wind chill, 4 degrees. 4 degrees above zero in Washington, 13 in Augusta, 9 in Aiken. A little warmer, tongue-in-cheek, right down in Swainsboro, 22. Satellite view shows what appears to be cloudy skies, but it's not. It's clear skies. Sometimes the satellite, when it's so cold, it can't differentiate between the clouds and cold temperatures, so it gives this gray appearance, right? So there's the frigid air. Remember, this is air that's from Siberia, Russia, all the way through the lower 48 and here into the deep south. 11 o'clock tonight with Futurecast, clear skies. The forecast is fairly straightforward. It's just that it's cold. Here is tomorrow morning. We'll see, again, temperatures in the low teens, wind chills below zero. 11 o'clock Saturday night, once again, it'll be another cold night here, and that'll be for Christmas Day, and really, frankly, for Monday as well. We're going to see these cold temperatures. I think we'll see teens again for Monday, but again, bright sunshine Saturday and Sunday. Futurecast wind gust through the morning. That's why I'm doing about a 30-mile-per-hour winds. You will notice as we get through time here, the winds will subside some as we get through tomorrow afternoon. There's a 19, 20-mile-per-hour gust for tomorrow afternoon. Still, though, you're talking a 20-mile-per-hour gust with feeling like 30 degrees. I mean, goodness gracious, or actually 30 degrees, feeling colder. Wind chill forecast, there it is. Notice as we get through tomorrow morning, we'll see some of these below zero conditions with the wind chill, -1 at 8 o'clock Saturday morning. It gets a little better at noon and through the afternoon, but once again, tomorrow night, those will plummet. Once again, the wind chill factor, here's 7 o'clock Saturday night, into the teens, it'll be single digits again. So gusts up to 30 tonight, dangerous wind chills, 5 below 0 to 0. A few power outages. We've had some of those in South Carolina, also in Georgia as well. So across the two-state, I think those will be less and less as we go through time here. So if possible, let's stay inside tonight. I mean, you know, if you got to be outside, dress in layers. All pets need to be brought in. There's no discussion about that. And let's cover our pipes, right? So if maybe a little bit late for that, or make sure the spigot outside is covered, but let your faucet drip or a little tiny stream in the bathroom and the kitchen. Leave the doors open to the sink so some of the warmer air get in there and circulate, and you'll be fine. Very cold, 13 the overnight low for tonight, 10 McCormick, 10 Saluda, 15 down in Swainsboro. Tomorrow, 33 will be the high temperature. 29 is all we can do in Aiken. That's amazing, especially when the average high is 60, and then the wind chills will be the big factor. So once again, can't stress that enough. The few opportunity for the wind chill will be frostbite potential if you're not covered tonight. So there's tomorrow, 33, 39 on Sunday. You'll notice by the time we get to New Year's, next weekend, significantly warmer. So some good news there. We are back in just a moment.
There are more people driving this time of year due to the holiday, and they may have more on their minds. Steve Sprascia takes a look at a new survey explaining which drivers are more likely to drive distracted.
Distracted driving, it could be anything from eating behind the wheel to dealing with a kid in the back seat or taking care of what's on your phone instead of paying attention to what's on the road.
This time of year, holiday traffic is bad enough without adding in all the distractions.
We define regular distraction as a person reported engaging in a secondary task most or every time they drove.
A new study from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety found that gig economy employees, those who work job to job, and parents are the worst offenders when it comes to distracted driving.
We found 65% of our survey participants reported engaging in at least one secondary task.
That would include fiddling with navigation apps, putting on makeup, eating, and even playing games on your smartphone while driving. All that doesn't take long to create a hazardous driving situation. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says taking your eyes off the road to read a text for 5 seconds at 55 miles an hour is like driving the length of a football field with your eyes closed for those 5 seconds. The study found that parents are 50% more likely to engage in smartphone-related activities which distract from their driving, and that sets a bad precedent. Now, many vehicles come with hands-free or other tech which takes much of the distraction out of driving.
Is there a way to get people to use the built-in features in their cars instead?
Unfortunately, not everyone has access to newer vehicles that have those sorts of functionalities.
However, most smartphones now have a Do Not Disturb While Driving feature, which can make it less likely that you'll be tempted to take your eyes off the road.
All right, tonight 13 degrees. That is cold enough, but then we're going to get some 10s in there. And I'll tell you what, this is the coldest year we've seen in a number of years. Tomorrow, not much better. 33 will be the high. Look at the average high, 60. So we're well below where we should be. Aiken, y'all may not even get out of the 20s. I'm going for 29 tomorrow. So we can expect these winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Still some gusts tonight up to 30 and really breezy tomorrow as well. So it's going to be a raw day, even though plenty of sunshine. Wind chills 5 below 0 to 0. There have been some power outages. There probably will be a lot less as we get through the nighttime hours, Tiffany, but I still think there certainly could be an issue as we get through the nighttime hours tomorrow. Then again, maybe tonight through tomorrow. Not much better Sunday morning, into the teens, a little warmer for Santa on Christmas Day, and then we'll bring those temperatures up as we get into next week.
Ooh, it's a bundle up kind of.
It's a bundle up type of night, yeah.
Please bundle up, everyone. All right, well, we see you at 10 on MeTV, and we are always with you at WJBF.com.
For now, we leave you with News Channel 6 wishing you a very Merry Christmas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery, wishing all of you a very Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas to all. On behalf of the Pareto Quartets, we say
Merry Christmas!
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Good tidings to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, y'all, and Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all